Hi, Julie Torrens here. So we're going to be stitching together my journal. I have a lot of stuff ready to go because this doesn't take too long. I'm going to start with this kit, but I'm going to empty my desk off just a little bit to show you. We've got some lace that we're going to be using, but I'm going to set it aside. I've got punches, I've got paper, I've got Fabri-Tac, I've got all kinds of stuff. So we're going to have some fun. All right, here we go. This is a little kit that I got from Amazon. I don't know who the seller was. I don't know anything about it, but it had everything I need to do this kind of work. So this is an awl that we're going to use to punch the holes through. I need to pick out a thread, and there's all kinds of thread. It comes with like 5 spools of thread, and that's black. There's this, which is kind of a multicolor, and I think I'm going to use that. So we'll get that out. We can put this away. And I've got my clamps. The other thing I need is the needle. And it came with needles, plus I bought some bigger needles. Well, let's not goof with this. Let's just pull it all out and see what we got. Yes. All right. So way at the bottom here, there was a little needle holder, but apparently it came open. And, oh no, here we go. So these are round needles, which work great. I prefer a straight needle just because I think I'm more used to it in my hand. So let's get all this up. This kit was less than $20. I want to say, I don't think it was really even much more than 10. So it's not that expensive. It comes with clamps. It comes with 4 clamps, but I've got my own clamps. It also comes with this brush, which that to me is a glue brush if you're going to be putting together a book that has a glue spine. So I'm going to set that aside, and I have a book from the library that I bought from Friends of the Library, but it has bad words in it. So if you see a bad word, please forgive me that, but that's why I'm not using it as a book page. But we're going to use that to be the cushion to drive the needle through the awl. All right, so what is my first step when I put a journal together? I added another page that this I want to be the very front page, the outside page. I want to make sure that I've got it right side up, which I don't. So see, that's why you have to check. So this is right side up. So now the music and words are right side up. Here's our first page, and this is a gel print that's from Patricia at PM Artist Studios that she sent me. It's so beautiful. Now we're upside down again. So let's turn this over, and there we go. That's why you want to check. So now what I'm checking is I want the pages to be in the middle of the book. I put a journal together and all the pages were way at the bottom and there was a big space on top. See, you don't want that. So here we go. Get this one in the middle, and you're going to kind of see me flip through the whole book as I go. And this page in the middle, and this page in the middle. This might be boring, but it's important. Okay, this page. Now this page is tissue paper. I'm taking out the rest of the book, and I've got some washi tape. So let's just set this aside for a moment. This is awfully fragile, in my opinion, to sew through. So I just want to give it a piece of washi. So I picked a piece of washi, or a roll of washi that I felt was complementary to the piece. And I just want to put this in the middle. I'm going to give it some glue because I do want it to to stick. I'm just using my glue stick. And I'm just going to pull it over the top of my glue. Just like this. So now it's got its own adhesive plus my adhesive. And kind of get it in the middle. Just like that. Got just a little bit hanging over. I'm going to give that a trim. And this is just to make it a little bit hardier. And so now I need to fold it in half again. This page is so pretty. It just shimmers. I don't know if you can see the shimmer, but it's just beautiful. Okay, that goes on the outside of this. Put it in the middle. And now these are centered as best I can in the middle. And so turn the page and turn the page, keeping it, I'm just looking bottom and top. You can see we still have decorating to do. I pulled all the ephemera out, if I didn't say that already. Everything that we had put in the pockets. Here's a little piece of lace. Now the lace is fragile. It may only get caught in the middle, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine that way. So we'll just leave that there. And then we've got my gel print. Now, I feel like we're getting off a little bit. The very first page is just a little bit bigger. And here we go. Now this page needs to come up a little bit. If it's not perfect, that's okay. Here's our middle sheet. Still checking top and bottom. And that's good. The pages are not all the same size, which is part of the beauty of it all. And I think that's fine. See, some of these other tissues I stitched onto a piece of paper so that they're already hardier. And this is in the middle. Oops. And this. And here. Not pretty. And here. Doing good. And this is the last page. You want that very middle page and that very outside page. This you want to be kind of outstanding, in my opinion. The very first page, when you open it up, you want it to be kind of a showstopper. And the very middle, I think it's good to have it be a showstopper. So this outside page is the largest page of all of them. So we want to get that in the middle. Okay, now find the center, which is here. Yeah, move it all around, Julie. Okay, now I want to make sure that all the pages have that fold the same. They're all of my folds are the same. Okay, something is sticking out a little here. That's fine. All right, now clamps, big clamps. I use big ones. And I'm going to clamp here first. Well, Julie, aren't you going to sew it to the cover? Again, middle. Here's where I went wrong the last time. All right, let's fold it. Do I like it? Okay. Find the middle. See, this all takes a little time. Sure does. That slid out of the way, but that's all right. Okay. All right. These are all needing shifting down a bit. Good. Clamp. Quick. There. Now I'm going to go to the opposite corner. Clamp it again. And now here. And one more here. Okay, now we are ready for sewing. So here's where the Bad Words book comes in. And I'm just going to tuck it in there, and I'm just covering my glue stick. Okay. So now I need to measure out my thread. And you want it 3 times the length or this width of your book. 1, 2, and this is a waxed thread. If you don't have waxed thread, use what you have. But you can buy a little chunk of beeswax, and that's what this is waxed with. And you can then, and I'm just grabbing a big eye needle here. Let's put this, where's my kit? We'll see how fast I lose things. We'll just set it up here for now. Don't lose it, Julie. All right. Thread your needle. Give yourself some workable tail. And now let's take our book. My first hole I want to put as best as I can figure in the dead center. And here I go, push through. Okay. And now about 1 inch, I don't know if you can see, about 1 inch from the top, pushing it through, and about 1 inch from the bottom. And if it's not perfect, it's fine. All right, we're done with this book. And my holes are all the way through, so that's good. So now I'm going to get right in here with my needle. Now, if you start from the inside, you end with the inside, so your little bow or knot will be there. If you start from the outside, then your little bow or knot will be on the outside. I want to go from the inside. This could be hard to pull. Get yourself a pair of pliers to help you pull it through. You also may want, and it comes with, my kit came with a thimble to help you push it through, but there we go. No, a little more. My hands are not the strongest. There we go. All right. Now, top or bottom, it really doesn't matter, but leave yourself enough of a tail that you'll be able to tie. And now I'm going to go ahead and go through the top. And you just hope everything's kind of lined up. Now, you'll see people that have done this for years, and they're a lot less clumsy than I am. But, hey, we all got to start somewhere, huh? Okay. Grab it again. And there we go. Tighten it up. Now I'm going through the middle hole again, but I'm hanging on to that tail because I don't want to split that thread. We're going to go right through this again. Good. Now we're going to go through the top. I think it's the top. It might be the bottom. Now, some people do this and they don't even use clamps. And they do beautifully. I am not that clever yet. I don't know that I'll ever be. I like the confidence that those clips give me. Okay, now I'm going to weave my needle under here. And now I want to just tighten it without tearing my book apart. So just give it a good tighten. Now check the outside and make sure those threads are nice and tight. See, this thread's a little loose. So let's tighten it up. And there we go. I think we're all tight. Put my thumb there. Now I'm going to take my needle off so I don't fling it to heaven only knows where. And I'm going to tie this in a knot. Now, you may say you've got a lot of thread left over. I do, but as a beginner, I am just not worried about that. And I'm going to give it another tie. Okay, now, here's what I like to do. And I did this with my sewing. Every little knot, I just give it a drop of art glitter glue. And just kind of let that permeate the threads and help hold it forever and ever. And now I'm going to make a little bow. You don't have to make a bow. You can just tie it down tight. And we obviously don't need ears on the bow quite that big. So I'm just bringing it together. And there. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and clip these. Now let's say you're done and it's all upside down or something didn't go right. You can undo it. Just undo it and do it again. Don't fret about it. It's okay. All right, I just want to get this needle in this package before I lose it forever and ever. There we go. All right. Oh, I found the kit. There we go. All right. And I can put the awl in there and put my scissors up. And let's take off the clamps and see what we got. Don't need pliers anymore. And there. Okay. I'm gonna get these clamps. I'm trying not to have such a cluttery up desk like I had the last time because it just gets awfully distracting. But I do have my coffee up there. Oh yes. Priorities. Okay, now here's our book. Now can you see how bouncy it is? Even before we put all the stuff inside. So that's why I was ready to get it sewn, even though I've got more decorating to do. Okay, so let's just give it a quick page through. See that everything is in there and we think it's okay. There's our washi tape piece. There's our doily. Yeah. I mean, we went all the way through, so I think we're just fine. All right. So what's next? I'm going to just grab one of those clamps and clamp this shut for right this minute. Oh, see the spine? Now, you know, you can see where the paper was just slightly damaged. That's not a big deal. I'm just going to grab some of my archival ink that is in the colorway of what we're doing. And I'm just going to give them just a little touch of ink. And then anything that shows up white will not be white anymore. There. Now I noticed on the front of my cover, I have a little white like a little blemish, and I'm just going to put a little bit of ink on that. There, that's fine. And we're probably going to put a topper on it, but I just want to get that. I'm going to just smear it with my finger a little bit. There we go. Okay, I'm going to set this aside and just let this rest. And I want to show you, I know that I still need some tags and things. So I grabbed this stack. These are all little tags, ATCs, and they're the bases, but I don't yet have them decorated. So that's what, and I've got a few watercolors in there that can go on some ATCs. So there's that. Now I already started that process because we've already done so much of that, but I've found this base that I made into a tag. I found this base, and these were just made weeks ago, but I just wanted to, you know, get a start. And like I said, I've got these two. Here's the pieces that I have left from that master board, and then I put all the ephemera so I'm not chasing it all over my desk in a little container. So I thought, well, let's finish these up because I didn't get them finished. The first thing I want to do is ink them up. Now these are not, as I said, I didn't make these from the master boards that I had already made. As a matter of fact, they were made out of a Cheerios box. So I just put some lined paper on them so that they could be used for writing space. And I'm just going to take the blue and give it a rundown on the edge so that the white core is now going to be in the blue family. Does that make sense? See, and if you compare this one now to this one, you can see the edge are different. I hope you can see that the edges. So that one's good. But I think these will look just fine in this journal. And, you know, it is going to add some different colors. I've got some pinks and some purples and some green, some black and white, just a little of everything. Good. And one more. And we're going to be decorating the inside some more, but I felt like I was done doing stenciling. I was done doing sewing. And so, and as I said, and the book was getting more and more wanting to be like a big alligator open mouth. So I'm just going to grab a piece of scratch paper here. I've got these little bits of ink and they will smear. So let's get rid of those. Okay. So I think these look great. This one goes this way. It's a little journaling card. And then again, I made them all so you can write on the backs. So we'll add these to our finished ephemera. And let's make a couple more. Let's start out with these two guys. I think they look cool. All right. I think what I want to do is start out with a little bit of book page. I'm going to grab. Now I've been using the dictionary, so I thought I'm going to switch it up and I'm going to use some of these, which are, this is a recipe book, very old, but this was one of those church, I just know it's a church because I read on the inside, where all the ladies or gentlemen got some of their favorite recipes and they all get together. Somebody hand typed this on for the original, and then they put them all together and they make a book, and then they send it to a printer, and the printer printed it and bound it for them, and then you end up with something that you can use for like a fundraiser. All right, so I've got this hot cross buns. And now let's think about some of the ephemera that goes with this kit. And I want something a little bit bigger. I saved that doily. Remember that doily? I moved my whole video down because I was noticing that that you were missing out on some of the things I was doing because I was just a little too far down. Okay, this says, the stars are numerous as the sand on the seashore. Lila Gifty Aka. It would have to go this way, or would it? I can cut it down a little bit. Sure. I mean, it has... I'm sure that maybe Mariah might have put this together, you know, graphic art wise, but I can just cut part of this frame off. I'll show you what I mean. But not cut the starfish off completely. I think that'll add a cool dimension to it. Yes. Okay, I like that. I'm going to ink this up because I'm going to set these aside for right now. I think it will help it to stand out a little bit more. I'm going right over the ink pad. That way the ink can fall in the ink. And it's not the ink. It's the little bits that are coming off of my cosmetic sponge. But I see people use fancy tools and they have the same issue. So I'm using what I have for right now. See, now I think that helps that stand out a little bit. Good. And this might be just a little bit big. Let's bring it down a little. Yes. All right, I'm going to glue that on. Got my glue, another glue book, but I've got a glue book here. My glue stick. And let's get this down. It's a little goopy. I think I said it before, but when I get to the end of a glue stick, I don't care. Oh, I can just feel that I don't have any glue here. When I get to the end of a glue stick, they get a little bit goopier. All of them, for me. You know, I don't know if it's the high humidity that we have often here in Michigan or what, but that's not unique to Oohoo for me. All right, that's down. That looks good. Here's our little saying. I think that could go there just fine. Okay. That looks nice. Yes, that looks nice. Now, something for the top. And let's just turn that over so it's not quite so obnoxious. So we've got maybe a gold one. Nah, blue. Blue. Maybe a gold one of these. It's not doing it for me. I've got these hinges. We could wrap, this one still needs a backing. We could wrap a hinge around it. Could go on either side. I like that idea. Okay. All right. Change gears. It's okay. That's how I roll. Mixed media. Never know what you're doing next. We got some lined paper here. And let's get this backed on some lined paper. This is very shiny and slippery, so I'm going to use my foam and poster board adhesive on this, which is a Beacon product. I buy it at the dollar store, believe it or not. And I am sure if you bought it in a large bottle, like we buy our Fabri-Tac, I'm sure it would be cheaper ounce per ounce. But I'll tell you, I use this a lot. The tip gets kind of goopy and weird. So I don't mind buying the littler bottles for $1.25. And then when it's nice and goopy, I'm throwing it away. So that's how I've decided to do that. All right. Line this right up on the pink line. And I put my cards away. Here they are. Oh, I lifted up a little piece of paper, normal. Just tack that back down. Let's not use that. Okay. All right. Let's cut this out. So what's on your desk? Have you decided to make a journal? I hope you have. I have a friend. Her name is Paula. She's a YouTube internet friend because she's in, I think, Amsterdam? I believe so. But she's working on a journal. She's a YouTube friend in that she comments to me and we stay in touch on Messenger. And she's doing it. And she's been posting her progress in the PM Artist Studios. It's mixed media, makes and makers, artists, something like that. I'll try to remember to put that Facebook group up. Okay, so we've got that glued on. Mixed media, art and artist makers, something like that. And we can put it right here. And it can wrap right around. A little hinge. Yes, I like that. What's it hinging? Nothing. Your imagination. We want to have a carpenter that puts on his hinges straight, right? Oh, I think that looks sweet. Okay. And we need a focal point. Now, I know I decided this is too big for my cover, but what if I cut out, let's cut out some of these flowers. That's what's beautiful about Digis. And if you buy digital art from PM Artist Studio, you can download the file, print it up, and then that you can continue to make more copies for a year. Look at that. Okay, I like it, but we need another color. So I'm thinking, okay, don't just think, ink and think. I learned that from Gail. I thought what I would do on this video, that maybe will help me with the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. Remember to put that link. I'm going to start linking some of my favorite YouTubers because I watch YouTube. I'm not just a creator and walk away. What do you think of that? Yeah, I like that. I think that works really well. I'm back to blue though. We've got to add another color. We will. But let's get the flowers on. You know those little ads and things that you get, those shiny ads, and the paper is just so thin? That's what I like to use for glue books. But again, use what you have. Okay, I like that. And then there could be a little starfish just, or shell just swimming by. I like that. Yep, coming along. When I look at my book and when I look at my ephemera here at home, I think it looks good. When I'm editing and I look at what I've made, almost every piece I feel like it needs more punch. I'm not getting enough on it. I just think you lose in the translation of your video. But yes, I like that. Okay, a little something. Let's get one of these little stickers that I have. Now, this is the ephemera I tend to buy because these things are so tiny that I can barely see what's on them, to much less print them and write them. This is the inner workings of a coffee maker. It doesn't have to be a nautical theme, but I don't think a coffee maker is quite what we want. This is a license plate. Kind of goes with a hinge. I think it's a little big. Let's keep looking. I like the color. And that's what I've been kind of grabbing, things that are a different color. That's a little postage stamp. Yes, I like that. Oh, I should have a pin in here. No, that's okay. Where's my pins? Right here. It's kind of the color of the starfish. Not exactly, but it's in that family. Kind of a neutral sandy color. And I'm going to go ahead and let it overlap the flower just a little. Yes. All right. I think she looks good. I think she needs inking. Let's ink her up. Now, where did I take that from? From here? Yes. Put the pin back. It's the easiest way for me to get the sticky part to show. All right. And over we go. Using the blue again because the background, the master board that I used was not the master board with all of our sea colors. So we're going to add some right now. Okay. Alrighty then, there she is. Can you see her? I got a little streak of ink there. I do not care. I think it looks great. Ah, I love it. Okay. Put this with the done ones, and I know I have some more. Let's see. Maybe that was the only one that I had that was a big tag. It might be. Very well might be. Oh, I knew I had another one. There we go. All right. I knew we had one more we could do. Okay. Piece of book page. I had a little piece left over, but I'm not sure. It's right here. I'm not sure if it's big enough, but we'll get it out. And then let's grab this sheet and get a little more of the recipe. I like this side. Well, both sides could use a little more words. That's all right. We'll just, there. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like that. If I put this one here and then this one here. Let's do that. So I was asking you what's on your desk. Are you starting a journal? Tell me in the comments. And if there's a way, if for all of you makers, and I know there's some extremely talented people who have commented on my videos. If there's a way I can see your art, if you've got Instagram or Facebook or some other way that I can see your art, please leave a message, and I would love to take a look at what you're doing. Okay, now I was going to see, I thought I had some more. I know I do have more of those sayings. I have some right here that came with this. We can take this apart. You can sew your own curtain to remain hidden from the dark side of the world, but so it's too wide, and this is way too big. This one's too big, so that's not for right now. Okay, that's all right. Let's go back to our ephemera here. These are like labels. How about these? These are kind of like watercolory. I think they're very pretty. And then I could put some of the ones that kind of go with. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Do I have a bigger starfish left? Or maybe we can pluck another flower? Let's see. All right, let's get these two on just the way they are. I really like those. Sometimes people comment to me what other videos that they follow, other YouTube creators that they follow, and I have checked them out, and I have subscribed to several. So I always appreciate if there's a new artist new to me that you really appreciate, especially if they're newer and they need subscribers and they need likes and comments and all that. If you like them, chances are I will like them. So give me a shout in the comments of who some of your favorite artists are. Or if you have a YouTube channel. I mean, many times on the comments, what I will do is I will click on who sent it and see if you have a channel. And I have subscribed that way to some channels that I really enjoy. Sometimes you can tell by the name, but like my channel is just my name, where some have like the Creative Corner or, you know, Create with Me or something like that is in their name. And like one of them, Eddie Makes Art. All, you know, great channels. All right, now, that one I want to use for something else, but can we add a couple of flowers? I think so. I think so. Let's get some scissors. And I'm going to cut right along here. And I'm grabbing 3 flowers. Okay. Is it too big? No. No, we'll put it on that way. All right. Let's ink. Let's put the lid on this and let's ink up the edge of this one because I think it will make it stand up just a little bit from what we have on there. And I think it makes a nice edge. Now you might be wondering, why don't I use Distress ink? Nothing wrong with Distress ink, but if it once it's dry, if it gets wet again, it will move again. Where the Archival, if it gets wet with, you know, and it doesn't have to mean that someone threw a glass of water on it. It could just be wet glues or watercolor or whatever. Then it will move. Wet hands. So now once the archival is dry, it's dry, and it's good to go with that kind of thing. The Distress ink, once it's dry, it doesn't just move instantly. It has, you've got some grace time, but I just know with the archival, it's not going anywhere. And I use it for other applications, like, you know, rubber stamping and then watercoloring inside the rubber stamping. So for me, it's just a little more versatile. All right, I like this. I'm thinking a label. Let's get my little labels out here. And I think a label would be cool right across the bottom, like this. Well, I think that's just the one. I do. I'm getting gluey fingers. I'm getting inky fingers. That's the joy of it. I love it. Okay. All right. I'm going to ink this one up. And then let's work on putting the journal together. I still may need to make some ephemera for it. I don't know. But we've got, in my opinion, a good start. So let's ink up the corners of this. I mean, this one has red and green, and I love it. But I am being just a tiny bit more generous going around the edge. Instead of rubbing it, I'm kind of patting. Did I? Ooh, I still have to put a back on this. Thanks for saying so. We can do it. Not a problem. Here we go. Thank you, Glue Book. And let's get some lines on the back of this. And let's get the, what is this, foam and poster board. Since I've started using this instead of glue stick on the back, I don't have to sand all this shiny stuff anymore. I used to sand everything down, which wasn't bad, but when winter came, I didn't want to be outside sanding this stuff. And we had some pretty significant winter weather this year. So when I saw this glue and I gave it a try, and it works well this way. Glue stick for me on shiny, slippery cardboard, food packaging, which I do like to use. You know, it's my way, one of my ways of recycling. The glue stick did not always stick. But I think I was asking a lot of it to stick. I'm not saying the glue stick was bad. I just think, you know, it's got its limits. And that was one of them, is that shiny, slippery cardboard. And, you know, I think they put stuff on it to make it somewhat waterproof so that if someone's unloading a truck in the rain, the boxes don't all just turn to mush, you know. So there we go, and we'll give it a trim. When I have more tags and journaling cards that have writing space, I feel less bad about using up writing space for decorating. That's just how I feel. Okay, that's on there just fine. And this glue does not bleed through the paper. And this notebook paper, it's fairly, what would you say, thin? But it takes it just fine. So I'm just inking up the edge again. Oh, there, got some ink right on there. That's okay. It's all right. There. Okay. That looks pretty. I like that. All right. Thank you, glue stick or glue paper. I'm not putting it far. my little smoothers, scissors away for right now. All right, let's bring our book up. And I'm swiveling my head around. Somewhere I have all my ephemera. Well, I'm looking. I put it in a container. I know that. Well, let's get this. These are all the ones that we made most recently. They're going in. All right, hang on. I will be right back. Ta-da! Here's all the ephemera we had. Okay, I am back. Here's the ephemera we had. Here's the ephemera that we got. And I've got some lace and I've got some other things. So I want to start decorating these pages. All right. So here's our cover. I'm not going to do it right this minute, but I want to get a pocket. Well, we can do it now. Why not? I wanted to get a pocket on this side and the other side. And I thought this large sheet, I don't think we need it in half. I think just a little less than that. So, and I don't care if the one side is the same size as the other. All right, so measure twice. All right, cut this right here. Oh, sorry. Did I wiggle you? I apologize. Okay. I think that pocket will look just fine there. Okay. Before we glue it, let's ink it up. I'm going to put a thumb hole in it. Good. I've got my punch. Let's head for the middle as best I can. Those always fly. They don't hit me in the face. They hit me somewhere. Just inking that little thumb hole. And this pocket can go right here. And I just think it needs minimal decorating. So let's get the art glitter glue. We can get one of these clips and just kind of help ourselves a little bit with that. Oh yeah, that was a big help. Okay. Hold the side that you don't want to put glue on, Julie. Okay. She's straight. I think so. And get our little burnisher. I've got a little corner here that's creeping up on me. No need for that. Get a little glue on there. Okay, looking good. All right, now, I don't want to decorate this heavy, but I want just a little suggestion So let's go in here and maybe just a couple of these gold ones, like this one. And this one. And then maybe a blue one up here. And that's all. I know I said I'm not going big enough and bold enough, but I feel like that is such a pretty background, such a pretty masterboard that we made that from, that I don't want to jazz it up too much more. Let it speak for itself. Well, what's the matter with you? The glue is suddenly not sliding. Probably I'm leaving the lid off too much. All right, get where you can see me. I like that there. And then I got a little gold star right here. I like the look of that very much. Okay, blue star. The blue star here. Good. I like that pocket. Let's move on. All right, this page I think is beautiful. You know, I think if we would try to add, you know, something, I don't think we're adding to it. If anything, maybe a little something along here. Later. Well, why later? Let's do it now. I've got some lace. What would you think? Now, which way? It goes this way. My sister Abby, hi Abby, sent me this beautiful lace. And what if we just put that right along here? Now, don't tug your lace really, really tight and then cut it, because you'll have a hard time. A little tension, but not a lot. All right, cut it right here. And I can always trim it. I would rather mistake on a little too long than too short. And we've got the Fabri-Tac. Now, this does not have to go on the bitter, bitter edge. So let's just see. I think right about here. And just put a nice bead. And if it's not perfectly straight, it's okay. Don't fret about it. And now make sure I've got my lace heading in the right direction. Oh, flippity floppity. Fabri-Tac sticks nice and fast. It's designed for fabric. Fabric seems to like it as much as we do. So there. Okay. Paper towel. Oh, nothing's easy today. All right. I got a little bit of paper towel. I got a lot of paper towel. Oh, for goodness sakes. There we go. And let's just sop up any extra. Good. Excellent. All right, put the lid on the Fabri-Tac. And there. And I think that's all that page needs. Okay, Turning it over. I think this is a great writing space. We've got some pockets. Let's fill them up. All right. Now, these are little pockets. So we're going to go for some of the smaller ephemera. Like maybe this one might even be too big. Let's see. There's a little edge. There we go. No, I don't think that's too big. Here's a little journaling card. We'll let the little starfish show. And then something small up at the top. Let's see. This little postcard, this might even be on the big side. Yeah, that's too big. It's all right. We'll find something. I'm just digging in where, this is the ephemera we had already used. Now, does she have the ticket in her pocket? Yes. Does she? Wait. No. See, this ticket goes in her. So that's why I don't want to use that. Well, if I don't find something quick, I'll find it later. All right. We're going to keep moving. Pretty though. All right. 2 pockets. This postcard would be good for here. And maybe one of these larger ones. Like this one. Yes, I like that. Now, those are too big, but let's see. I have another one of these. It sticks up a little bit. What if I put the postcard? There we go. And this little journaling space can go right here. All right, that looks good. Writing space, writing space. Beautiful tissue. Now, should we put a piece of lace on here? Let's see. This is the lace I just used. Is there enough? Well, there is. We'll save that, though, for a little further in the book. All right. Because this one has a wide space, and I could put a wider piece here. All righty. And again, you don't want to tug it too tight. This one doesn't feel like it has quite the same stretch. All right. And Fabri-Tac. And I'm going in just a little bit more than I went on the other one. I think I have a steadier hand. Okay. And make sure I have the right side. Start at the top this time. I wanted it to stick out a little, which it does. And I just think this is fine. This one may need a little trim. Maybe not. I don't care if it's sticking out one way. Why can't it stick out a little bit the other way? Good, good, good. Paper towel. My heat just kicked on, so now things are blowing a little bit. We had 80-degree weather this morning. I woke up to snow. No kidding. So that's Michigan for you. All right, I think that looks great. Next page. This can be writing space. This is beauty all unto itself. This. It's really nice writing space, but it seems awfully empty to me. What about a pocket? Oh, doesn't that look good? Yes. All right. move you aside for a minute, journal, but we're falling in love with you, journal, more and more. And I'm going to ink this up. Well, maybe I'll get a thumb hole in it. It should go this way. Then the seaweed's going up and down. Find the middle. And here we go. Okay. Hold my finger where I don't want glue. Left it open. That's my fault. Yep. Yeah, I think I got it. Yeah. Dries fast. That's why we like it. I don't even see the lid right this minute. Oh, yes, I do. Let's get that on there. Is my head in the thing? Hi. All right. Right here. I like that. Get a little smoother. I can see some glue seeping out, which is fine. Get it with some paper towel. That looks nice. Now, I have some, let's see. I have this little lace that could just go right at the bottom. Cut that right here. Little Fabri-Tac. Well done. And make sure I have it the right way around. Sometimes it's hard for me to tell. Oh, that looks cute. I like that. I like that. Paper towel. Give it a good press. Okay. That looks cute. I think it could use a little something. Let's see. This we just were in this one. Let's grab one of the other ones. We'll get a little different flavor. I'm looking at color again. This says Journey. Perfect. 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 Now, this might not be a sticker. I'm not sure. Sorry. I tried to be organized. Grab a pen and just see if it's a sticker or not. Because it might be. I think I tried. Yeah, it is. It is a sticker. But man, it is fine. Like thin paper. There we go. I just love this. Journey. Oh. And I know the details probably lost, but it's a little map behind the word journey. Okay? Card. perfect. What do you think? Okay. Moving along. You know what? I know I said it before. I'm going to leave this, although this really is coming at me blank. Let's think. I'm looking for my glue lid. We're going to leave this, but we're going to do a little something over here on this side. Okay. I am going to grab some book page. And you know, I'm going to do something different. I've got a big old circle punch here. And what if we punched, I'll open up the back so you can see. What if we punched a big old circle? Like that. I like it, don't you? Okay. And that can go in this corner. Yes. Just a little something. It doesn't have to be a major statement, but there's just, I don't know. This one strikes me as awfully white. So we'll put this in the corner. Can you see? This in the corner. I didn't ink it on purpose. Now, maybe one of these flowers again. Yes, yes. This time, I'm cutting out 4 of them. Might be 5. I'm just looking for a place that's just kind of a natural place to cut them off of there. All right, that does it. That looks good. All right, I'm glad that you helped me decide that. Let's ink. I don't want to ink over the book. I do think the ink will make it really stand out from the white page and from the book page. And I like that idea. Okay. And let's glue this one up. A little extra glue. That looks sweet. That looks sweet. Now I feel like it needs a little something down here. Maybe a little label. And I have blue and green. That'll be fine. Little glue. Can you see that it's a little clumsier decorating when it's put together? But sometimes that's what you have to do. And that can go right down there. And I think that is beautiful. Okay. I want to leave this. I think it's gorgeous. Oh boy. You know, I've got some bigger things. Now this is a journaling card, so I can't use that. But I had some, no, here, like this. Yes. Okay. I'm just trimming it up. And we're going to put a little something behind it. I was thinking doily. I know I've got a little piece of this somewhere, but that's okay. I'm going to take the whole rest of the doily off the center, and I can always make it smaller. And there's still writing room. This can even come out a little bit more. Yes. All right. I like to put the doily down with art glitter glue, because when I try to use my glue stick, I just tear up my glue stick and I still end up with an awful lot of spaces that need glue. And if I put the glue stick on the paper, the glue stick does dry clear, but I can still see it. Like I can just see where I smeared that glue, but it's exposed because, you know, it went beyond the doily, or it's in all the little nooks and crannies. It's not a look I like. But I've seen other people do it and it looks fine. So I don't know, maybe I'm too heavy-handed, or I'm not sure what the problem is. I'm sure it's operator error. I don't think it's the glue. Okay, I want it as close to the edge. And I'm going to get that paper towel. Press it on. Good, good, good. Now, we've got our boating scene here. And let's get it on. And then I have a feeling we're running out of time. I mean, how long does a person want to sit? But you can get a good idea of how I'm finishing up my journal. Get my, oh, is that terribly crooked? Yes, it is. Ooh. Quick, 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 quick. Oh, it may have to stay. I'm not going to rip everything apart. It's a little crooked, so what am I going to do about that? I'll show you. Where it's noticeable is on this edge. So I'm just going to get myself a little starfish. Put it over here, and that will help. It's not a cure-all, but that'll help. All right, there we've got that. And now this with our little doily. This I'm leaving. This needs pocket filler. And I think I put one of the girls in. Where's my girls? Right here. And she has a little starfish in her pocket. Little starfish came up. Oh, it's in her pocket. That's right. We didn't want it glued down. You know what? There was one girl that was wider, and this one was narrower. And I bet, there we go. Don't struggle. Okay, there she is. And a little something for this pocket. Got that little journaling card. And little one of the sayings. And we've got this pocket. This is a big pocket. We can use one of the newer ones that we made. This journaling card can go in there. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, this I'm leaving for now. I haven't decided. And this is just a place to rest your eyes. Now I think this one with her starfish coming out of her pocket, she belongs here. I'm just trying to, there we go, get her little starfish in her pocket. There we go. Okay, she looks great there. And here, Let's get another one of our bigger tags. Maybe this one. I think that's nice. We'll just go as far as we can with what we have. I think this tag's too wide. No, it's not, maybe. Let's see. I think it's just perfect. I think it was made for that space. Okay. And here we've got a white sheet. Let's keep stuffing pockets and then we'll see. This one, it doesn't need much. It's a writing space, but I feel like it could use a little something up top, like this. See, I couldn't find it, but then I did find it, and it's perfect. Are you liking this so far? I was going to try to have this pretty much done, but we still need to put the closure on and stuff, so we still have another good video. Oh, that does it. That makes a difference. Pretty. Okay. And here. And I'm okay with that white space. And here. This could use something. Okay, well, we may have to do that another time. We're just going to stuff pockets. Okay, we've got these two pockets. And let's see. Little tag here. And let's put this tag here. Sticks out. We've got so many pockets to go. We'll stick this in here, and then we may need to find a little something else. I have this postcard that needs gluing together. I'll leave that out, but this one I think can go here just fine. Well, it's upside down. There. We can glue this together real quick. Quickity quick. It's a pretty postcard. Perfect. And little guy, this one can go here. Yes. And we're done except here. And that's what I saved this for. So we're going to cut it about here. And little punch. Little ink. Are you hanging in there with me? Thank you so much. You're so kind. I'm just so excited about this journal. Good. Yes. See, I'm trying to go fast and I'm leaving my glues open and I'll pay for it. Hold the side you don't want to glue. And on to the back. Give it a rub. Okay. Good. Now, I don't believe I really have anything big to go in that pocket. But just to give you an idea, this could be trimmed up and backed. And this is fine to go in there. So we'll just do that for right this minute. All right. I think we need some more lace. I think we need to put the closure on. Do you want to see what I have for that? I'll show you quick. Tell me what you think in the comments. I have two choices. This is a piece of salvage, and it's got all these cool colors, but it's also got blue. So I thought this could be a closure, or maybe I'll put it in my community page, and you can let me know. This is also it's the edge. It's a salvage, and this is denim. Both of these came from my sister, but I thought the denim could look cool. So I'm gonna put it on my it'll be on the community tab. So if you are a subscriber, which I hope you are, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, hit the bell icon, and you'll get a notification that I put a poll in the community section, and you can let me know there if you liked it. I'll show you again. If you like the denim for a closure, or if you liked the multicolored salvage, and you can just let me know what you think, because I like them both. And in the meantime, I may add a little more lace and stuff, but we're still going to work on this together. In the meantime, please consider liking, subscribing, and if you have a journal friend, share it with them. I'll see you in another video. Bye now.